to Techno Makeup. I'm Faith. First of all, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching, liking, and sharing my first tutorial. It really meant a lot to me. Thank you. I also wanted to address some comments that I got about the first tutorial, specifically about the transparency sheets, these guys. The reason why I like to use these personally is because I can create a library of looks for my different devices and for different apps, different websites that I like to use, and I like them all to be equally pretty. You're more than welcome to apply makeup directly to your devices, but you know, if you're worried about smearing, if you're worried about cleaning, the transparency sheets can really save you a lot of trouble. And also, now I have this library of looks and I can just take them on and put them off, take them on, put them off, blah, 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 anytime I want. So, you know, you do what makes sense, but that's why I use them. Today I want to show you a makeup tutorial for Twitter on an Android phone, which is what I use. I think this tutorial is going to be equally useful for those of you who are on iPhones. I hope I don't offend anyone by my Android ways, but what can I say, I'm an Android user. Sorry. Okay, I don't know about iPhone users or any of you other Androiders out there, but my Twitter application just updated and looks super bad, so it definitely can use our help, and let's get right to it. Okay, so I've pulled some products for us to use today. As I mentioned, I want this to be a really rosy, romantic look for Twitter. I want to feel like I can be in love with Twitter when I use it tonight, before bed. So I have this really nice palette of rose colors with a little bit of shimmer, really sweet pink palette that I've put together. I have a really lovely muted pink lipstick. It goes really nicely with my case. Look at that. Perfect. And of course, I have this bronzer. I'm obsessed. If you saw the last tutorial, you know that I'm obsessed with this tub of bronzer. It is just so fun to play with. So shimmery and beautiful. And then, of course, if you know me at all, you know that I love glitter. So this bottle is broken, but this is still a really beautiful gold glitter that we can use to give those final touches to our tutorial. Alright, this Martine Sims tweet seems like a great place to start. So I'm just gonna place it right where I want it. Great. And let's get started. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in our dish, our handy dandy water dish. I'm just using my water bottle. I'm going to take a sip of that too. Great. And I am going to load up, this is really my all-time favorite makeup brush. It's a great size. It's going to work really well for Twitter, and Twitter is pretty easy, pretty basic, and gonna be easy to make over. So let's just unlock the phone once again, and here we are. We're gonna pretend that that ugly new bar doesn't exist, and we're gonna get going. So what I want to do is I want to start off with this really light peachy shade just to begin. And I am going to work my way from the middle. Whoops. Work my way from the middle with a nice peach color, and we're gonna get to know these tweets really well by doing this. Okay, and so I'm just gonna start with this tweet. We're all fat Axl Rose on the inside, and you see it's immediately gonna give me a little bit of trouble. It's going to take me over to this profile page, which I don't want. So I'm going to go right back. And I am just going to start blocking out this first tweet. I don't want it to be too dark. I want to still be able to read the tweets. Now, you might be sort of compelled to color within the lines, but don't get confused by that. You know, those lines are going to change as you scroll down your feed. So even though we are going to work with kind of bars of color, don't make them too strict, don't make them too perfect, because these different tweets have different shapes, and it's always going to change as you're scrolling through. So we're going to use them as a guide, but they're not the end-all be-all. Okay, so I've started with this nice middle color, light color, and now I'm going to complement it with a darker, pinker, rosier shade. And I am just going to blend in, whoops, make sure it's nice and smooth for us. Just going to blend in on either side of this color and just try to, you know, work in there. Yeah, that's really, look at the way these two colors complement each other. I think it's a little bit thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more water to my brush. And I'm just going to go and blend it in gently on either side. Okay. What an immediate difference this makes. Again, we have a kind of rose-colored glasses. And I'm going to make this really wet. I really want a thin coating. So I'm just working on the outside, blending it out. Wow. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to that center point, and I'm just going to add this shimmery brown color. Give it a little bit of a grounding, a little bit more texture. Okay. And now for the very bottom of, you'll see I'm washing out my brush really thoroughly so that these do not get confused. Up, and we've lost Twitter. Let's get it back. Oops, just closed all my tabs. Okay. And we're back with Twitter, and we're back with that terrible bar too. So let's make that go away. Let's scroll up a little bit and make that go away. Okay, so for the bottom, I'm going to go with the darkest color I have to frame it up. I'm just getting a little bit of pigment on the brush so we can still read Twitter when we're done. And I'm just going to dance that in here and just come in. I want to blend it in with the pink and give it a nice little gradient effect. No gradients in Twitter. They really dropped the ball on that. Give it some texture. Lovely. So that way we can feel anchored at the bottom with this darker but still warm and shimmering brown. Okay, and now for the top I'm gonna go with this light peach. And so I'm just blending in this neutral color, and already you see we have this almost Rothko-esque makeover of Twitter. I mean, Twitter has just never looked more lovely than in these rosy shades of pink. And I am just going to go back over the whole thing. I'm going to make it bright again with a little bit of water and just blend everything, blend all these beautiful melting shades together. And you see this layered gradient that this is making. It's really lovely. It's really making that Museum of Moving Image tweet come alive for me personally. So now we've only been dealing with the content, and we don't want to forget the infrastructure of Twitter, the part that's already and always there. So for that part, that very special part, I'm gonna go in with this beautiful pink lipstick and just really just draw that in, really make it sweet and beautiful. And I'm gonna pay some attention to the lines here, because that bar, unlike the tweets, is always going to be the same. Okay, and we've managed to accidentally lock it, so I'm just lifting up our protector, unlocking again. Okay, and so I've put that in, but I'm just gonna also use my fingers a little bit there to smooth it. Twitter, much like Facebook, getting confused, jumping all over the place, doesn't know what we're doing to it. It's okay. We're gonna go back. This bar is conveniently very consistent, so I know what I'm doing. Regardless of what page it's on, it's always the same. This bar, and I just want to smooth this out, making a nice pink. And then, okay, now I'm gonna go back. Back. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna scroll to the right place. Oh. Nora telling me about Nico Atsumi. Love that app. Okay. And so now I think we're really close. I don't think we need the bronzer. These colors are all really working for me. So I just want to put in a little bit of glitter highlights for the different buttons. Don't want to get confused as to where those are. And I think that'll just really make the whole look for Twitter come together. So I'm just gonna dab in a little bit of glitter back where these buttons should be. And get rid of that horrible, hideous home bar that we do not want. Make it go away, Twitter. We don't want your new innovation. And just dab in these different buttons. Oops, the button does move. It's not always there, but it should be. Okay. Uh-oh. Somehow we've ended up with a large Justin Bieber. Don't want that. Okay, back to my feed. And the last button here. Don't want everyone seeing my DMs either. Thank you. Last button, put some glitter. Making those buttons really, really nice. I use them all the time. And that's it for a really simple Twitter makeover. Now we have this gorgeous Rosy Rothko look. I mean, you know, that's really going to enhance the way I scroll through my feed. And so I hope it will enhance your feed too. If you decide to follow along with this tutorial, please send me a message, send me a picture, send me a short reaction video showing me what you do. Please like and subscribe and comment. Your feedback is super valuable. I tried to address it in this tutorial. I hope you're happy with it. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.